What up, everyone? Back with another video. Some more nerdy news. Having a little trouble filling the videos these days because there hasn't been... it's too early to go through the monthly boxes, and I'm super broke right now, so I'm not getting a lot of collectibles, because normally I'd just be reviewing those. So that's why I do videos like this, things to update you on the news, things to talk about, things to kind of fill the gaps in between the more important videos, but stuff that's still fun to talk about and interesting as well. This one will be a little shorter because I just did a news one last week, but there was some interesting things that did happen this week and that are worth talking about. So feel free to join in the discussion on the comments or on any form of social media. I'll leave the links in the description. Other than that, let's jump right into it. Right? You ready? Shake if you're ready. He's ready. Okay, let's start off with the media. Got my notes here. So, Seth Rogen made a post a couple days ago about the 2023 TMNT movie. Now, this is both good and bad. I had heard rumors that he was making a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie for quite a long time now. So that's been officially confirmed. We knew that, but we had almost no information on it, including no release date. And as far as I know, this is the first time we've gotten any release information. So it's pretty cool. Seth Rogen has a pretty good track record. From what I've been told, he had a hand in creating Invincible. And some other TV shows. So he's done pretty well and he knows what he's doing. And he's a true TMNT fan, so I trust he knows what he's doing. I kind of like his style, so I'm excited to see where it goes. But now that we have the release date, it's kind of shitty because it said the earliest is going to be like summer of 2023, which is, I think he said August 23, which is over 2 years away. Like, fuck me. Like, seriously, that's so far away. It's like they've barely even started the movie at this point. For an animated feature, that's so far away. So it sounds like maybe they don't even know the direction they're going in yet. So I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad it's going to happen. And I think he's going to keep it more the classic style. And if I had to guess, it's going to be more adult. Obviously it's not going to be rated R or anything like that, but I think they might go PG-13, which is good. It's about as adult as we're going to get with TMNT, but I could be wrong. That's just speculation. Nickelodeon isn't like a lot of other companies where they want to keep everything kiddie. They were fine doing PG-13 on the live-action TMNT, and they were fine doing the Batman Turtles crossover, which was like R-rated. That shit had like all kinds of stuff, limbs getting chopped off and stuff. So they were totally fine with that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're okay letting him do like a PG-13 and do a slightly more adult version of that. So that's very exciting, but again, very long time to wait. After all this quarantine shit we just went through, things are finally opening back up. As of today, by the way, today's June 15th, everything opened up today. We're finally getting movies back, and now we still gotta wait another 2 years for some Ninja Turtle shit, so I'm happy about it, but it's bittersweet because that's such a long time to wait. Fuck me. But that's exciting nonetheless. And he posted a picture with a bunch of teasers, I guess you could say, which are hinting at the direction the movie might go. But take it all with a grain of salt because they might not even end up going that direction because it's so far down the line. A lot of rumors say that it might be The Last Ronin, but I highly doubt that. That's a little too adult. Really cool story, great comic, but I highly doubt they'd go that direction. But that would be cool if they did. So there's that. Next in the news, Todd Mcfarlane announced that Sam and Twitch are getting their own TV show, which that is awesome. Again, take this with a huge grain of salt. Anything Todd Mcfarlane says. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Todd Mcfarlane fan. He's my #1 artist ever of all time. Spawn's my #1 favorite character. Love it to death. But I don't get my hopes up when it comes to Todd Mcfarlane because he always says this kind of stuff. He's been saying this kind of shit for 20 years now, and nothing has happened. He's been teasing the Spawn movie for literally 20 years. It seems like every other year he's like, oh, this happened. We got this ready. It's happening. It's like, dude, it's been 20 fucking years. Like, shit or get off the pot. So I'd be really stoked to see this happen, but keep in mind, he also said years back that there was going to be a Sam and Twitch movie. He actually announced that, and it never came to be. At one point, the Spawn movie that he's working on was supposed to be featuring Sam and Twitch were supposed to be the main characters, and Spawn was just supposed to be a featured character. That was the original idea for the movie, and he also said there was going to be a Sam and Twitch movie. None of that happened, so now he's announcing a Sam and Twitch show, which, great. I would absolutely love that. They're great characters, and it'd be really cool to get like a murder mystery thing going with those characters. Absolutely awesome. But it's very likely it just won't happen. He does this kind of stuff all the time with TV shows, with figures, with all kinds of shit. Announces it, gets people's hopes up, and then just kind of walks away from it. And we never hear from it again. So don't be surprised if that happens. But if it does, that would be great. He said it's going to be featured. He said, I think, Netflix or something like that. But again, I don't know if we can take this with 100% certainty or even when we'll see anything of that. But in theory, sounds like a great idea, sounds like a great show, and I hope that happens. Same with the Spawn movie. I hope it happens, but who knows if and when it will happen. So it is what it is. Next, Masters of the Universe Revelations. Now, I'll be the first to say, I'm not a big He-Man fan, because there's really nothing to be a fan of for me. Don't hate me in the comments, I know, let me explain. And it's because I didn't really like most 80s cartoons. I didn't even really like most 90s cartoons, because even as a kid, I was born in 86, and even as a 3-year-old watching Masters of the Universe and Transformers, I was like, this shit's fucking dumb, man. As a 3-year-old, even I think this is stupid. So, a lot of people like that, and nothing against them, but I never liked those original shows. I didn't like Transformers until I saw the movies. So there was nothing modern for me to really grab onto, and I didn't like it in the 80s. So here comes this Master of the Universe, really reinventing itself, really modern graphics, modern animation, and it looks pretty fantastic. And for someone that's not a fan of it at all, for me to say it's fantastic, it looks fucking fantastic, man. It really looks like they have a really high budget for this. And from what I've heard, Kevin Smith is attached to this. I guess he's writing and probably producing in some form. So that's cool. He does good stuff. I trust in him as a fellow nerd. I trust his opinion. So just based on the trailer, it looks really amazing. It honestly does. The animation itself is awesome. So that gives me hope that they're putting money into it, meaning if the animation's good, the writing is probably good because they're spending money on all those things. So that looks really great, and I'm actually pretty excited for it because I would love to be a fan of it. There's so much Master of the Universe products out there, collectibles, stuff that I would be interested in if I liked the show, but I didn't. So I'd be so psyched to start getting into Masters of the Universe with this show and going back and collecting some of the stuff from the past, and then I'll give me a new appreciation for a whole different show that I never really had before. So absolutely excited for that. Next in the news, Black Panther 2. Supposedly, they confirmed Namor in there. I keep going back and forth. I keep getting notifications of articles saying, confirmed, Namor's in Black Panther 2. And then when I do my own research, they're like, well, it's not actually confirmed. This is just rumors. So I don't really know what to say about it, but it's just been confirmed, not actually confirmed, but brought up enough times where I feel like it's just fact at this point. I don't think there's any official announcement confirmation. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but it's just been brought up so many times and rumored so many times. I think it's just a given at this point. They teased on it in Avengers when they were in Wakanda. There's been so many rumors of it coming up back and forth in different teasers in different movies. I think it's just a for sure thing. Now, whether he'll be the main villain or just featured, that we don't know. But I think we can say with certainty that Namor will be in Black Panther 2 in some form. If he may just be mentioned, but I feel like he'll be in there. They just hinted at it too much, and there's too many rumors. But the articles have hinted at someone that has already been cast, and I'm going to butcher this name, Tenoch Huerta. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But supposedly he's been somewhat confirmed as already being hired for the part. I don't know much about him. I don't know much about that, but I saw a picture of him and, okay, like, he could be Namor. I got no complaints here. I don't know enough about the actor to say anything good or bad, but he looks like it could be Namor, so good enough for me. I trust Marvel. So I think at this point it's pretty much confirmed, but I don't know if it officially has. But that's exciting. I'm excited to see where they take that because this branches off, because I think Namor in some comics, not always, is technically a mutant, but in some he's not, and he's one of Marvel's original characters with Human Torch and Namor, with the first two Marvel characters. He's been around almost 100 years now, so it's exciting to see that they're branching out into these franchises that they didn't have before, and then that's going to lead into the Fantastic Four, so it's just a very small taste of something very big down the line, which is very exciting. So yeah. Alright, next, let's talk about some video games. Today, E3 is going on right now, and usually it's an exciting time, but not this time around. There's too many things have been halted from COVID, so there was just not a lot of announcements, or at least significant ones. There are some announcements of games that are coming out, and they look fine, but I'm just not super excited about any of them. But they did announce Kazuya is coming into Smash. Now, Tekken characters have been rumored in Smash for years and years, even before Smash Ultimate. Back when it was Smash 4 or 5 or whatever it was. Before Ultimate, they were rumors that Haishi, I think that was his name, was supposed to be in it along with Ryu. Never ended up happening. And again, instead of Haishi... Am I saying that right, Haishi? They went with Kazuya. So either way, I'm not a huge Tekken fan. I'm just excited to see a new franchise crossing over in Smash. So I'm excited for it. But character doesn't look that great. Doesn't look super fun. He looks more like a Terry character where he's a lot of grappling and close range stuff like that. So I'm sure he'll be good. I'm sure he'll be overpowered as most DLC characters are. But I probably won't end up playing him. He looks just okay to me. But I'm just excited to see the crossover. To see one more franchise crossed over in this Ultimate game is just so amazing. But it's also kind of bittersweet and sad because we only have one more DLC character to be announced, and then that's it for Smash. The greatest game that's ever existed, and it's coming to a close very soon. Very, very sad. But can't wait to see who they announce. I'm sure it's someone epic. Speaking of games and TMNT, Brawlhalla announced that they're adding the TMNT characters to the DLC. Now, I'm ashamed to say I just recently found out about this game. I don't know how this slipped under my radar. It seems totally up my alley. But recently, someone showed me this and all the DLC that's involved, and it looks amazing. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, but it looks like an amazing game. I'm just bummed out that so much has happened. It's really hard to jump in as a new player on a game that's been around for so many years. You kind of gotta get in right when it comes out to be in line skill-wise of all the people that have been playing this whole time. So it might be a little hard to get into, but the game looks amazing. They have so much cool DLC, and now they're adding turtles, and that just looks great. So I really want to check it out. I don't know when I'll get around to it, or if I will, but it really looks like an amazing game, and I want to try and get good at it so I can be more involved in it. So that's it for the media. Now let's go into collectibles. Not a ton in the collectibles, just a few minor things that have come up this week. 1. We got a Gogeta figure from Banpresto, of course, as they do all the Dragon Ball figures for the most part. And we got one, this one is special and cool that stood out is because this one's called Two Dimensions, and it's this cel-shaded version of Gogeta. So these ones are really cool, and these ones are almost always very valuable because they do stand out. Like, they do amazing Dragon Ball figures in general. They're just great. And when they do these special, like, hard color cel shaded, like I'm showing in the picture, that style, whatever you want to call it, they're really cool and they're very popular and they end up being very valuable. So I'm excited for this, and it's an amazing statue for $65, not a bad price at all. So I definitely want to check that out and add to the myriad of Dragon Ball statues that I have here already. But that looks very cool. Next, something I wasn't so excited about that I just kind of wanted to bring up. So PCS, I've been hearing a lot about them. They keep showing up in my newsfeed. Really great stuff. They announced a Cyborg MKX pack, which, fine. And they don't look great because, the original Cyborg Sector Cyrax from Mortal Kombat, they never were very detailed. They're pretty basic design. So they came out with these statues, all three of them, and they look okay. But the only thing that bothered me was the price. $1,229 for these three statues, and they look very mundane. This video isn't always about cool stuff. Sometimes it's about shitty stuff, too. Things that stand out that I'm like, no, I don't really agree with that. And this is one of them. The quality on these does not seem high enough to merit $1,200. And yes, I get that there's three of them, but still, $1,200 for three statues that are almost identical? No. Everything else I've seen from PCS has been really great. That one, not so much. Definitely going to pass on that, and I would if I were you too. Next, this looks really cool. Blitzway and Prime 1 Studios are joining forces to create a Wonder Woman statue. Now, honestly, Wonder Woman, not really my favorite character. She's cool. I don't mind her or anything like that. And this is of the TV show version of Wonder Woman. The actress's name, Linda Carter. So it's of Linda Carter. So again, I don't think I've ever watched that show, so not a fan of that. But this statue looks immaculate. Like, seriously, it looks like this chick. This is amazing, especially on this small scale. So I have one Blitzway figure. That was of the Brad Pitt from Fight Club, the two versions of him. Absolutely love it. Only one I've ever bought from Blitzway. Just like Hot Toys, it's very similar. Very realistic face, posable body. Not a fan of the style, but I love Fight Club so much, and that's really the only high-end collectible that exists for it, as far as I know. So absolutely love it. It's in my glass case, one of my favorite statues to this day. And Prime 1 does great stuff as well. So now they're taking the good parts of Prime 1, the statue, and then the quality of Blitzway and combining them together. So it's not an action figure because I don't like them, but it's a statue, but it has that amazing quality. So they've joined forces to create something amazing. So even though I'm not a fan of Wonder Woman or even watch that TV show, I still want this statue because it is absolutely immaculate. So I hope they join forces more in the future and do some things I am interested in because I would love to check that out. I don't think it mentioned a price in this. I'll have to double check. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up because they're doing... Sorry, my video feed keeps pausing. So I hope they join forces again in the future and do some things I do like because they're doing some really amazing stuff. It's really rare to see these companies cross over like this and join forces. So this is a rare occasion, and it's for a really good cause because they're doing some amazing stuff. So I'm very excited to see if they join forces again in the future and do some other amazing stuff. So that's something to look forward to. And a few other minor things. Something from Penguin Toys, Infinity Studios and Penguin Toys. They're joining forces, and this is one like the Harley Quinn that I posted a few videos back. It's a life-size bust of Joker from the most recent Joker movie, and that's of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And this thing is immaculate too. Price is crazy, just like that Harley Quinn, $37.99, so almost $4,000. Which, you know, it's a lot, but it's kind of merited because these things are amazing. Same as that Harley Quinn. I don't know if I'd want it because it'd be kind of creepy having just a life-size version of an actual human being in my house. But I just wanted to point it out because the detail on this is just absolutely immaculate. So if you were a big fan of that and you've got the money, this is definitely the collectible for you. And lastly, something else to bring up. One company, and it's HC Figurines, one that I've actually never heard of and never dealt with before. But they've showed up on Entertainment Earth, and they have some figures, and they're not particularly mind-blowing, but they're really good for the price, and that's why I wanted to bring them up. Because it's not always about the highest quality you can ever find, because let's be realistic, we're all average Joes here. We all work pretty regular jobs and don't make that much, so we like to look at the highest quality stuff, but we're really never buying that stuff. So we want the highest quality for what we can afford, and this company seems to be doing it. Now, they've come up a few times before, but nothing noteworthy, but they have this Xenomorph figure. Really amazing, very nice in quality. Looks like statue quality, and it's only $30. And they had another one of Iron Man, really nice quality as well, really well designed, really well painted and sculpted, only $40. So it looks like they're making very affordable statues, kind of like Crane King and Ban Presto does. Like, they make really high quality stuff, but it's very affordable. It's around that $30, $40 range for a figure, so it's absolutely reasonable. It's not huge in size, it's fairly small, but it's still statuesque, but it's usually made of PVC or vinyl or something like that to make it affordable. So now I don't know how long this company's been around, I'm sure a while, because they're doing good stuff, so now they're making some affordable products. So if you are looking for the more affordable things, can't afford these $4,000 Joker statues, check out this HC Figurines company. Xenomorph look cool, and the Iron Man, I'm sure there's a ton more that they've made, so a company worth checking out, because I'm sure everyone's heard of Ban Presto at this point. That's no new news, but they usually stick to anime stuff, and now this company, HC Figurines, is doing some really cool high-end stuff for an affordable price. So, things to check out. And that's it. So that's all the news that has come up in this week. So things that are cool, things that are worth talking about, things that were worth mentioning. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything you'd like to see, if there's anything you didn't see and want to see, just let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching and supporting. See you on the next video. Love you all. Peace. Can I have a kiss? 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 You want Roni? You want the Roni? Oh my goodness. Me and the Roni are so toady.